Hey everyone, welcome back to AWESMR Pop! Are you still deciding what treats to make for Halloween this year? If you can't decide, we have a few Halloween cookies you can make. And oh my gosh, it looks really good! Let's get started! Alright, so these are going to be chocolate covered Oreo Halloween cookies. Grab your favorite Oreos. We're going with the classic. You'll also need some chocolate candy melts. We're going with the white vanilla flavored one. Let's start by pouring some white candy melts into a bowl. You basically want to melt enough where you can cover an entire Oreo. Okay, so I put the candy melts in the microwave for about a minute. If it doesn't melt right away, just do 15-second intervals. Now let's put our melted chocolate into a piping bag. Give me a second while I prepare this. Awesome! Okay, just cut the tip off here. Perfect! Now you're going to need a muffin pan to make these cookies. Squeeze out a little bit of the chocolate into one of the molds. Perfect! Make sure the chocolate spreads all around the edges. Then squeeze out some more chocolate to cover the entire Oreo. Don't fill it all the way to the top, just enough to cover and make a nice cookie shape. Once you have enough, just tap your pan on a flat surface to even everything out. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and make another one. Follow the same steps as before. We need to make 2 white cookies. Okay, we're also going to make an orange cookie. So let's add some orange food coloring to this melted chocolate. If you can't find colored candy melts, this is the best way to do it. Alright, that looks good. Let's fill this mold with some orange colored chocolate. Add our Oreo on top. And let's cover the Oreo up. Perfect. Even this out. Awesome. One more to go. Now let's make a green colored chocolate. Add some green food drops. Mix this up. That looks good. Now let's do the same thing as before. Got a good amount. Now let's add the Oreo. Cover this up. Everything looks pretty simple so far, right? Now let's even this out. Nice! Now the best part about these cookies, you don't need to bake them. Just put the pan in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Okay, so here's how the Oreo cookies look after you take them out of the fridge. Let's pop them out of the pan. Muffin pans are ideal because they give us these awesome cookie shapes to work with. Here's a closer look at 2 of them. Now it's time to decorate our cookies. Let's start with this white cookie. We're gonna turn it into a mummy cookie. I don't really need to explain this part, so you can just watch and learn. Give me a minute. Perfect! Here's a closer look at our mummy cookie. Now let's decorate our other white cookie. We're gonna do a Nightmare Before Christmas theme. Give me a minute. If you're making the cookies right now, watch and follow along. Nice! Check it out! Here's the king of Halloween Town. Alright, now let's decorate this orange cookie. We'll make a jack-o'-lantern. Just like before, watch and follow along. Make a smile. That looks beautiful. Okay, last but not least, we need to decorate our green cookie. When I see green, I think of Frankenstein. So let's make a Frankenstein cookie. Give me a minute. You know the drill. Watch and follow along. Actually, let's give our Frankenstein cookie some hair. He looks a bit sad. There we go. Okay, so you can put your cookies back in the fridge to speed up the process, or leave them out until the chocolate hardens. Woohoo! We're finished! Nice and easy, right? Let's take a closer look at each one. Here's the mummy cookie and the jack-o'-lantern cookie. I really like how this mummy one turned out. Well, I'm going to take a bite. Oh, it's going to be a lot sweeter than the normal cookie since we used a lot of chocolate, but it's really good. If you have a sweet tooth, this is the perfect treat. Okay, here's Frankenstein and the king of Halloween Town. Let's try the Frankenstein cookie. I suggest taking a bigger bite than mine. You want to get a good chunk of that Oreo too. I think that crunchy texture will be really good. Alright, now just sit back and relax while I slice these cookies up for you. If you made these at home, did your cookies turn out just as good? And if you plan on making these, you're gonna have a lot of fun. Well, I hope everyone has their Halloween costume in mind. It's getting pretty close if you don't have one yet. Anyway, I hope everyone's excited for Halloween. Hey everyone, welcome back to the AWESMR Pop channel. Who's ready for Halloween? Me. I know, it's still a little ways away, but that doesn't mean we can't start planning for it. As you saw from the preview, we're going to be making Halloween meringue cookies. If you're looking for a super easy dessert to make on Halloween, we got you covered. Alright, so we're going to need 6 egg whites in the bowl. If you watched some of our previous meringue videos, or other videos, I'm sure you know how to separate the egg yolk from the whites now. But if this is your first time, all you need to do is move the yolk from one half of the shell to the other, and the egg whites will drop. Now we'll use the hand mixer to make our meringue. Okay, we're at the halfway mark here, and you'll notice the egg whites are starting to get frothy. At this time, we need to pour in 1 cup of sugar. Alright, let's use the hand mixer again. Check it out, you'll notice the egg whites get creamier. At this point, stop again, and you know what time it is. It's sugar time. Let's mix again. You want to make sure the meringue is slightly firm. Alright, let's add the last bit of our sugar and mix it again. By the way, if this is your first time making a meringue video, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of mixing. Now that we got our sugar mixed in, let's add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Perfect! Our meringue is slightly firm. Let's take a closer look. Yup, that looks beautiful. Okay, now it's time to separate the meringue into different bowls. Gotta get into the Halloween spirit, so we'll be making a few different colors. Since we are making a pumpkin, we'll need a lot of orange, but we'll need some other colors too. Let's add 3 scoops into this bowl, and let's add 2 scoops each into the other bowls. We'll make orange meringue using the original bowl. Mix it up. Oh, that looks so cool! I like when the hand mixer mixes different colors. Perfect! Here's our orange meringue. Next, we'll make green. This is the bowl with 3 scoops. We'll also need purple and black. Now that we have all of our meringue colors, let's put them into piping bags. Start with the orange. Now let's make the green piping bag. Now let's make the purple piping bag. And last but not least, let's make the black piping bag. Perfect! Okay, now it's time to get a little artsy. If you're trying this at home, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. So let's use the orange piping bag to make a pumpkin. Actually, let's make 2 pumpkins. So let's make a larger one right here. Perfect! Okay, now if you're thinking, that doesn't look like a pumpkin, just wait, I'm still working on this masterpiece. But let me go ahead and make a few more pumpkins. Ooh, I'm not making any excuses, but I kind of am. I'm actually having a harder time making these pumpkins because I have the wrong piping tips. So just keep that in mind. But trust me, this is still very doable. Alright, now that we have our pumpkins, it's time to use the green meringue to make the stems and leaves. Give me a minute while I make some designs. Hey, it's starting to look like a Halloween pumpkin, right? I know the green meringue is supposed to be the leaves and whatnot, but it also looks like the pumpkins are on fire. I kinda like it. Now let's add some purple meringue. You can pretty much use your imagination. This purple meringue can be ghosts, monster, candy, witch's tear, or anything Halloween themed. Give me a minute while I add purple meringue drops here and there. Okay, now let's use this black meringue to make bats. So like I said earlier, these tips aren't the best, so I ended up making stingrays instead of bats. Okay, now set your oven to 200 degrees and keep your cookies in the oven for 2 hours. Alright, here's how the cookies look after 2 hours. But we're not finished yet. Now let's make our jack-o'-lantern faces. We'll give this pumpkin a mischievous smile. And we'll make a scary face for this pumpkin. Do the same for the other ones. By the way, no need to copy these faces. You can make whatever you like. I think the bottom pumpkin's mad because there's a pumpkin sitting on top of it. Okay, now let's take a closer look. Wow, this is a really cool Halloween meringue cookie. Alright, AWESMR fans, what do you think about my art skills? Who agrees with me? Halloween is the one time of the year where you can dress up as anyone you like, but you can also eat as much candy as you like too. So I don't care how sweet this is, I'm digging in. So we've tried a bunch of meringue cookies, but if this is your first time, this is delicious. It just melts in your mouth right away. It does get a little sticky, but you can wash it down right away. I'm taking another bite. Oh yeah, this is insane. Super light, airy, you get that initial crunch, and it just dissolves right away. So, what did you think, AWESMR fans? Do you plan on making this during Halloween? Let us know if you plan on making these. And also, let us know what you're going to be for Halloween this year. Alright, we'll be making more Halloween content soon, so stay tuned. Bye!